We got Damo here, of course, Bill, and
Present.
just had a good look at the 1991 All-Australian team.
Oh,
and
how good.
Somehow he found his way in, even though 4 blokes kicked more goals than him. We've got Duck, who was in that team 7 times, 4 as captain, never on the bench. And I look at our studio in Adelaide. I've got the Zoom up here, and there is a man. I've just quite correctly identified myself as a good target for Hard Yakka because I'm good-looking and tough.
Jeez.
Bernard, just good-looking, and he's here now. Well, welcome to you, Bern.
Good to be with you boys, albeit in another state. Just business as usual over here, Jim, as usual. Things that people are down the street, you can go and do what you want over here again. But you can't blame it on us this time. Last time you blamed it on SA,
it was your fault.
personally. My fault. This time, you're blaming Sydney again, are you?
Well, New South Wales, if those dopey removalists,
sorry?
if they don't just strut into the bloody state and just spread it around everywhere.
Didn't they? Why aren't they honest, Bill, when they say where they've been and what they're doing?
Well, a lot of people lie in life.
Not even getting a fine, though.
No, we won't sanction them.
No, you
No.
got
Get
it.
sanctioned for farting in Victoria.
Yeah.
If you drop a fart in the wrong place, there's a $200 fine land on you straight away. But you can wander in and infect 1 million people, and you don't get fined 1 cent. Now, did you have a listen to Damo forensically diving into the 91 All-Australian team? And
Yeah, surely a mistake. Surely a mistake. What the hell's happened there? Because who was working on the All-Australian selection panel, Bill? Was that your dad? Or?
Ian and Brucey Nankerb?
No, Ian and Brucey weren't there. Ted Whitten was a fan of mine. Did you make an All-Australian, Bernie?
No.
Yeah, just all no. No, you didn't make one.
That was the night Jim and I met you, though, Boom, wasn't it? It was the 2009 when you were part of the extended squad and you came down and ran a mark in Melbourne that night.
Yes, well, I kept making the squad. I think they just put me in the squad, or you boys put me in the squad, just so I'd come over to Melbourne and just run amok with you blokes during the week. But
we made the grave error of putting Jason Paul-Pleasure in the same squad.
Oh, no.
And Bern, that pretty much finished him off.
Jim, he had a lot of lower back issues,
Well,
with a pelvic floor sort of.
We got to the bottom of why he had all of those problems, and he never recovered from that porpoise.
He didn't, and he just does not like us talking about this at all, and he'll be listening probably, and I'm just waiting for my phone to go again. You know, his parents ask him why we talk about that.
What's he
and
say?
I can't go. I just go. Well, I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, are your sister and he still talking, Bernard? Or?
I don't think they've talked since. No. They've sort of just decided to stay apart.
Leave it there. No, fair enough too. I don't blame your sister for that at all.
Yes.
When is Nuff on?
Bill, you're starting to fill up, like you've taken up 3 pages already, and now I've got a 4th, so let's get into it.
I told you, homeboy.
That's what you call a nuff.
Yeah, that's how we living, and you know.
Like a nuff.
Break it down.
You're
Here
right,
we
Jim.
go.
You're right, Jim. I'm excited. It's my favourite time of the week, this bit here. Duck, I've got a spare room too if you want to just somehow
I'd
get
love
over
to
the
be
border.
over there, mate.
Yeah, good. Hey, I want to start. Well, we all get a bit fatigued this time of year, some more than others. Bill, you've been away. Jim, you've just recently returned as well. Well, I reckon our man, Nath Brown, might be just heading down the path of needing a break because last night, well, he started with this.
Triple M Red Lead's ending stats. Ash is with us.
Come on, Nate.
So it is a tough one to say, though, Bill. Hey, you've got to be ready, Bill. You're in this zone this afternoon. But then he's gone down. Well, I think here he's trying to say the Harvey Norman replay.
Damien Hardwick on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay.
What is that?
He's just
Hang on.
heading around Bluey.
Hang on. You think
Bluey.
that he's getting... Oh, don't go down that path. Don't mention that name. But you think that was bad. Now, Bill, I want you, senior in special comments, I want you just to decipher what the hell he's trying to say here.
As to everybody helped us out, put this together. Out to the end of the ice.
Wow. Thanks for everyone putting this together.
He went to the end to the eye to the end, and then I don't know what happened.
Play it again.
Phil.
It's too funny.
Play it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
As to everybody helped us out, put this together. Out to the end of the ice.
What is that?
What the hell?
Was this all last night? This all last night, Boo.
All last night when I was listening at home, and I just tell you what, that just reeks of fatigue, and he needs to get out. I know you're in
He went to
lockdown
the
over
snow
there.
last
He
week.
needs a reboot.
His baby teeth aren't working.
Head's
Are they
frozen.
getting in the way? Hey, we're in COVID times at the moment, so we all need to be hygienic. I'm not so sure Joey Montagna is reading what we're meant to be doing.
We're in a pandemic, Duke. I'm not sure what your hygiene standards are like at home, but Joey's just dropped some ice cream on the floor and thought the 2-second rule was straight in his mouth, off the ground.
He's eating it off the floor, straight off the floor. How long what's your rule, Bill?
Yeah,
How long?
2 or 3 seconds. I
2 or
remember
3
the curry
seconds.
sausages.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that hit the ground at the creamy, and I grabbed that. Oh, wow. I wasn't going to let that go to waste.
Is that before or after you smash the plate while live on air? Hey,
No.
Cam Mooney. Now, I do a bit of work with Moon, so hopefully he's not really listening.
can
But we're
see him,
officially...
actually.
Yeah, we're hunting around, yeah.
Well, good. He's not listening, that means.
Prancing around.
We're lucky. We officially mic'd up through Fox, and we get some great interviews after the game because he obviously does the boundary riding. But as a boundary rider, he should, write a few questions down. Well, this is his first question. Good question.
You guys must relish the fact that this young group is really starting to come through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So, not a bad question.
Yeah,
The
not
young
bad,
group's
that's right.
developing. Well, I reckon he only wrote one question down because this is his second question.
How important is this midfield for the older guys like yourself to just not feel the pressure of having to perform week in and week out for the club?
That is exactly the same question, just said
Changed
differently.
around. Yeah.
Come on, Moon.
Yeah, Moods, come on, mate. Speaking of big jobs, the president, Tommy Back, he is the president of the International Olympic Committee. Tough one to say. And he's going through, he's had all sorts of stresses. No crowds, there's been COVID positives, athletes are getting sent home, but you probably shouldn't get this wrong.
And our common target is safe and secure games for everybody, for the athletes, for all the delegations, and most importantly also for the Japanese people.
He started it right.
Come on.
He forgot where it was, Jim.
What the hell?
Oh, no. Hey, last week, Duck, I have to move on to Duck, and I'm quite happy Duck's not
yes.
with me at the moment. We've got a bit of space, just only a state away. But we're speaking about Rory Lobb. Now, in the Herald Sun, officially $700,000 a year. Now, he was playing that well last week that, Duck thinks he should be on $700 million a year.
So he's clearly out of contract at the end of this year. Keeps kicking nose, Bernie, and he's going to put a couple of zeros on the end of whatever he gets.
Not a bad player, but
you know.
$700 million, Duck.
You know what I meant.
No,
What did you mean? A couple of
what'd you mean?
100,000 on top of the hundreds of thousands.
He gets a million there.
Okay. Sorry, Duck. That's why I'm
he's
happy
dirtying
I'm
up,
over here. Yeah, he is dirtying up.
He's
I can
dirtying
tell.
right up.
I can tell by the tone in the voice. I'm happy I'm over here. Hey, he was having a good game though, Rory Lobb, and Duck, you're very good at just coming up with stats off the top. He was going so good that you described him as a petrol station.
I reckon he's kicked 3 before, hasn't he, two man? Is this an equal BP?
So, you want to move on real quick?
Come on, Duck. Come on,
Anyway,
Ducky.
fatigue setting in with everyone. That's okay. But enough for the week, and the wheels are starting to fall off in this man's world. Play it, please, Rose.
Nuff of the week.
BT, he's back in the news again in this section. And
saw him before.
well, I just want to remind you a few times that he's got the stats man, Ethan Meldrum's name wrong a few times. I just want to remind you, and Browning's actually a bit guilty of this too.
Now, Fritz, Ash hasn't been great tonight. You and Ethan.
We've also got Heath Meldrum here.
That's Ethan. Not sure of his surname, but his name's Ethan.
I haven't worked with Heath too often. It's Ethan in the back row too, not Heath there.
So that's just a little reminder of what we've played so far. Well, after last week, we crossed live to Carlton v Collingwood, and this is how BT brought him in.
And you and Meldrum, of course, with the Red Z Evening stats. You only got for us tonight. That's Meldrum beats
I'm not sure what's worse, that he's getting Ethan's name wrong or he's getting the footy boss, which he should know's name wrong. I don't know what he's thinking, BT, but look, I didn't want to Nuff BT again, but it was around about 10 p.m. last night that the wheels officially fell off of that man. This is how he described McCluggage going to ground.
McCluggage, it's when he first hit the dicky.
Hit the deck.
Did we all hear that?
I'll play it again. Again?
Yes.
McCluggage, it's when he first hit the dicky.
Well, you know what that reminded me of? English cricketer Ben Stokes during the Ashes. Oh, and the dick! That is stump Mike. That is stump Mike, and Will heard where that ball got him. Now, even last night, BT, I still haven't finished with this man. He started, this is after 10 p.m, by the way, he just started making up numbers. Have a listen to this, Bill.
And Richmond by 11.
11. What is that, Bill?
It's 11.
Oh, don't ask Bill.
Yeah,
is it 11?
He does that every week.
I thought it was okay.
To put it into context, he said they were up by 17. He said now they're up by 11.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a joke.
Okay. Oh, was it a joke?
So,
was it? Geez, you're sticking up. You're very defensive today, Duck. But it was a big night last night for Richmond Footy Club, and obviously Jack Rewalt's 300th. He joined he's one of 3 players now to kick 6 in his 300th ever. 3-time premiership player, Coleman's, all the lot. But BT just felt like he needed to bring him back down to the earth.
Wow, Jack Hawkins has kicked 6 in his 300.
Jumping Jack.
Hawkins, now how long has it been since that man's played?
About the 70s. Actually, Brian would have played against him.
Yeah, he would have, and that's not the first time he's called him that name. But for that, BT, you need to pull your head in, mate, because you keep getting I keep getting sent stuff, Jim, and I just have to keep calling it out.
Yeah.
Well,
well done.
I'm glad you brought that up, but not me.
Have we?
In his defence again, BT's defence, and when he did it last time, he'd been just talking about Tom Hawkins.
Yep.
And whenever he talks about Tom and Jack together, he puts Jack Hawkins.
You and Giles.
Yes.
I loved it.
You and Meldrum.
Bernard, I loved it. But I need to hear Nuff Brown again.
Which one, though?
When he wound up the broadcast, I need to hear that again.
As to everybody help us out, put this together. Out to the end of the art.
Come on, no. Hey, so we got one for our own.
From last week?
Yeah, from last week, our own friend, old Nuffy Bernie himself. Have a listen.
Oh, hang on.
So we'd finished the rub. Bill and I were in the office. You'd started the call of the game.
Emerson Jekka, one of the great names of the modern game.
You're right, JB. What a name. That's a nice name,
Emerson
isn't it?
Jekka.
Emerson Jekka.
Yes.
Well, that's a name that will stick.
Well, of course it's going to stick. It's his name. That's his name.
Well,
That's why it's going to stick, Nuffy. Nuffy.
Stick up for me. You know what I mean.
It's not a nickname. It's his actual name.
It's
and
a
it's going to
name
stick.
that's going to stick in your head, Bill. Like it's a name that's catchy. It's like Bernie
didn't
Vince.
say
You know,
that,
you don't
Nuff.
forget that. You don't forget. Well, you know what I mean, Duck. You said that before. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No, Duck's not dirty with you, Boo.
Hey, Duck, just give me the yep.
Bernie, you've got a fair point there.
Yeah, good point.
It's just a name that sticks in your head.
Well, it'll stick because it's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, unless he changes it,
It's like Bustling Billy.
Well,
Trying to work out.
yeah.
Bustling Billy. Whoever said that?
Duck.
Billy.
You're scared, Billy.
I'm still trying to work out what that Nuff Brown throw is. Things are
Put it all together.
Let's have another listen.
I thought it was Porky Pig.
Why don't we go again, Rose? Let's go again.
That's all.
Here we
Let's
go.
go.
As to everybody help us out, put this together. Out to the end of the art.